This is the ECOTRIC Coolboy Electric Bike 26-inch fat tire. The bike sitting in front of me just looks solid. It has those chunky 4-inch wide fat tires, a sturdy feel, and I've got to say, it turns heads everywhere I ride. In this quick review, I want to tell you what it's actually like to use this thing, what surprised me, which features really matter, and what you need to look out for before picking up the Coolboy yourself. From the first time I saw this bike, it honestly stood out because of its size. Pictures don't do it justice. It's big, bold, and has an almost rugged vibe, with the fat tires and large aluminum tubing. I'm a tall guy, about 6'3", and weighing around 230 pounds, so I wanted something that could actually fit and support me without feeling cramped or wobbly. Jumping onto this ECOTRIC Coolboy, my feet do barely touch the ground on tippy toes when the seat is set low, but what I like is that the riding position feels upright and relaxed, not hunched over like some mountain bikes where you have to lean in. So, if you're somebody on the taller side, this bike fits really well, and you'll probably enjoy how commanding it feels. For anyone much shorter than 6 foot though, I just want to be honest. The size of this machine could be tough to manage. When I straddle the frame, I'm already right up against the bar, so it might not be comfortable for smaller riders. Now, when it comes to design, the ECOTRIC Coolboy gets a lot of little details right. The frame's welding looks clean, and everything feels purpose-built rather than thrown together. The bright orange color has gotten me a lot of compliments from other cyclists and even strangers at stoplights. The fat tires make it look even more robust, and apart from aesthetics, these tires have a job to do. They offer a smooth, steady ride, whether I'm on pavement, gravel, beach, or even light snow. The riding sensation is stable, and those wide tires soak up bumps that would rattle most road bikes or hybrids. From my experience, assembly was pretty straightforward, though there's a fair bit of weight to contend with, and you'll want a decent amount of space to work. The bike arrived mostly put together, though I had to add finishing touches, mounting the handlebars and adjusting the seat. Nothing too complex, especially if you've tinkered with bikes before, but it might feel a little intimidating if you're new to this. The ECOTRIC does include a basic accessory kit, which helped a bit. Let's talk about how it feels to ride. With the 750-watt brushless motor and the 48-volt 12.5 watt-hour removable battery, power delivery is really smooth, and the assistance kicks in quietly once you start pedaling. I use pedal assist mostly, which means the motor only gives me a boost when I'm moving the pedals. Makes it feel natural, but about twice as easy. There's also a throttle option, where you can just twist and ride without pedaling, or you can ride it like a regular bike, completely unpowered, if you ever want the workout. If you're dealing with hills or rough terrain, this thing just chews right through. I've tried it on sandy paths, light snow, and even muddy trails, and I rarely felt like the bike was losing control. The Shimano 7-speed system is simple to use and gives enough range for riding around the city or out in the country. One detail I really appreciate is the battery. The 48-volt, 12.5 amp-hour unit slides out with a key for easy charging, and I usually get through multiple commutes without worrying about juice. Most days I ride about 15 to 20 miles, and the battery hasn't run dry on me yet. It's nice not having battery anxiety every time I leave the house. There's even a little USB port built into the display, so I can top up my phone when riding, which is a clever touch. I also noticed how comfortable the bike is, and that's mainly down to two things: the dual suspension and those big tires. The hydraulic suspension fork in front and rear setup means potholes and bumps just don't rattle me like they would on a regular bike. I can cruise over curbs, across fields, or even down forest paths without feeling beaten up at the end. Now, key features that stand out for me include the hydraulic disc brakes. For those new to bikes, disc brakes use calipers to squeeze rotor discs attached to the wheels, giving much stronger and more controlled stopping power, especially when it's wet or you're going downhill. I feel confident braking even when the road is slick, which is a big deal for safety. The LCD display is clear, showing speed, power level, assist setting, and battery life at a glance, which is super helpful on longer rides. The thing that's perfect for me is the combination of comfort and power. I'm someone who has struggled with shoulder injuries in the past, and a bike that lets me sit upright, that glides over rough roads, and doesn't require much effort to keep moving is a huge plus. It lets me get out more often, ride for longer, and enjoy exercise again without feeling exhausted or sore. The Coolboy's balance between city commuting and off-road adventure means I'm not limited to one kind of terrain. Plus, it looks unique and always grabs attention, which is fun. From my experience, I'd recommend this for anyone who's looking for a reliable, tough electric bike that's happy on both pavement and rougher trails. If you're taller, heavier, or just want a bigger bike that feels substantial, this fits the bill. I also appreciate the little extras like the included fenders. They keep gunk off my clothes, and the safety features, such as reflectors, built-in lights, and the overcharge protection on the battery. But there are a couple of things I don't like, and I want to be upfront about them. The big issue for me was actually the handlebar clamp. Out of the box, the mechanism that holds the handlebars didn't have the grooves to lock everything together firmly. When I first got on, the bars could tilt down unexpectedly, which is not safe or pleasant. I ended up drilling and adding an extra bolt myself, but I wish this was factory ready, so if you're not comfortable with a little DI fix, be prepared for a possible visit to a bike shop. Also, the size and weight, while providing great stability, make it a challenge to carry or store if you live upstairs or need to lift the bike into a car. At just over 86 pounds, this isn't something you're going to pick up easily. The size can also be an issue if you're under 6 feet tall, as I said before. If the bike is too big for you, it can be challenging to get on and off, and standing over the frame is awkward. One more thing. I found assembly a little daunting simply because of the weight. The package is heavy, again because of the big battery and the robust frame, so moving it around can take some muscle. If you're not used to dealing with larger bikes, plan ahead and maybe get some help. In conclusion, the ECOTRIC Coolboy Electric Bike 26-inch Fat Tire 750 Wo offers a blend of power, comfort, and versatility that's hard to find in this price range. The motor is strong, the battery is long-lasting, and the build quality gives me the confidence that I'll be riding this for years. There are some things I hope they improve, especially with the handlebar clamp and maybe a size option for smaller riders, but overall, it's been a solid investment for me. If you want a bike that stands out and is ready for everything from city streets to sandy beaches, I really think it's worth a look. You can find detailed information about the ECOTRIC Coolboy Electric Bike 26-inch Fat Tire in the comments section. See you in the next video.